you have to be able to have those moments where you can embrace yourself. Because when you hit your 20s, a lot of people going to tell you, I enjoyed my 20s. What about all the other ages? You didn't get to enjoy those?
Right.
Was you that stressed out of life that you had to forget everything that you were capable of being then so you can be something for later?
I don't know. I feel like, your parents create that environment for you.
100%.
Your upbringing, what home life is like, that weighs heavy on a child. Trauma, the level of trauma, whether it's a 1 or 10, that affects your well-being and, your upbringing, your mental health.
What's good, y'all? It's the Demouchets REACT, and we're back with another video. Who we got today, C?
Today we're back with another American reaction.
Let's get it.
Super excited about this video. If you're new to us
and we're new to you,
make sure you scroll down,
hit that subscribe button,
and turn on the post notification bell
because we're on the road to 200K.
And we cannot get there without you guys, all right? Join the family. Without further ado, let's get into the video.
Let's get it.
I am addicted to social media.
Oh, snap.
Dang.
Right off the bat, I'm instantly thinking teenagers, different households. You ain't going to get the same reply. You got to hit them right where it hurt. You got to hit them where it hurt.
I would love to see the age range, though.
I feel like, look at the height. I mean, they all around the same bracket.
Yeah,
a year apart if anything.
Like, older teenager. But then again, these days, you don't know. You don't know. Keep going.
Back then, either, see, playing ball, them boy had mustaches and beards, man. I ain't grow this until yesterday.
Stop.
Mine just came in. But yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Scratching my head. Ooh, he got strongly disagree.
I use social media, but I don't think I'm addicted. I could take it or leave it. I can put my phone down whenever I want.
That's a good skill. I cannot do that. I'm on my phone all the time, all the time. I need to check Instagram. I need to check who's texting me. I need to see what's happening. It's hard. It distracts me a lot from school.
Oh.
So I use social media for a total of, I think, 2 weeks. After severe disappointment and saying that social media could bring out the worst in people, I decided that I'm not gonna use social media. If I really need to speak to someone, I could just text them or call them or talk in person.
Yeah, I was only recently allowed to get 3 months ago when I turned 18, because I wasn't allowed to have it up until then. I have to make up for all the time that I missed and everything that happened and all the parties that I didn't go to because I didn't see the Instagram. I'm not on it all the time, but I'm definitely on my phone way too much. I think my screen time's 6 hours or something crazy. I know.
That's still a lot.
It's bad.
Hold on, let's go to that because it's interesting because we were about to be in high school when MySpace came out, and I vividly remember. I wouldn't call it addiction. I would say more of
it was our level of entertainment.
Yeah.
As I feel like it was our stage of growing. I want to say in the teenage and from it separated us,
Yeah, because before then we were outside. We was the generation who did the double. Well, I was a girl. I don't know if you did double dutch, but we was outside doing double dutch, drawing the hot scotch, And so when social media came home, we left the ropes outside. Came on, not home. We left the ropes outside. We was running to the computer because we only had limited time to be on the computer.
Yeah.
And during that time, were we still plugging in?
What?
I don't think we were still plugging in because we had it on our phones too. That's when they started integrating internet.
I was on a desktop.
Yeah, but I'm trying to get you to remember internet during that time.
Yeah.
Internet during that time,
I didn't have it on my Razor.
We didn't have unlimited phones
my BlackBerry.
then.
I ain't have it on my Nokia.
Yeah, you had to pay for internet to be on your phone. That's when your minutes were free after 9.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's when MySpace came around.
Paying for the internet.
Yes.
Yeah, 100%. But also we didn't have as many apps as we have today.
Not at all.
One app, MySpace, was the GOAT.
Well, it wasn't an app. It was just the internet. You had to go into the internet, then go to MySpace, www.myspace.com.
And log in.
we still had Snake on the phone.
Yeah.
As the game.
I mean, they had other
Like, that's
apps.
how
They
long
had
it
other
was.
apps too, but I think for us, the most crucial one was MySpace. Like, we was definitely hopping
Yeah.
on that. Everybody, it's like our version of Facebook at one point.
Yeah.
But now you got all these other apps. So they a strong group to say that. And I love that honesty too, because I'll be real, like, when you're not doing nothing, you're scrolling, bro.
Yeah.
You're scrolling. You're scrolling. Come on now.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, with us having a tween, we have a tween now. We try to. He's not allowed to be on social media. He goes on YouTube. That's it.
Yeah. But he has
And
a
even that is
phone.
monitored.
And his phone be face down.
Yeah.
Like, he was sending us some texts and whatnot, but we talking, I know we gotta get back to the video.
Yeah.
But he'll put his phone down. Like, he'll be like, yo, where your phone at? I think I left it somewhere.
Yeah.
And then he'd be on his tablet and he'd be watching a movie or catching. So yeah, I can understand when they say they're not addicted. Now that I think about how our oldest handle his social media,
Yeah.
you know?
He's not interested. He
At all.
loves YouTube though.
3, 2,
I
1.
like the way I look.
Why?
I think there's always going to be things that like I'll nitpick at, but overall I'm pretty happy with the way that I look, and I know that the things that I can control, I'll change them, and the things that I can't control, it would be a shame for me to spend my life not enjoying my physical appearance.
I respect myself, definitely, but I feel like I'll never be enough. I don't know if that's part of me struggling with my mental health, but I'm just not happy with the way I look, but I'm still proud of who I am.
I feel too much stress for my age.
It's just dishes, y'all. It's just dishes. What are we stressing about?
There's no way that I should be this stressed. Like, I feel like there's so much pressure put on teens of what is the future, that I'm constantly like chastising myself for things that I did in the past or over analyzing everything that I'm going to do in the future. And I literally don't know how to live in like the now. Sometimes I just want to sit and be a teen, but I can't do that because I'm constantly thinking about how my life is going to look like at 25 and the decisions that I make now.
I like the stress. I'm always thinking about the future and what I want to do. So if I want to do those things in the future, I have to accomplish a lot here, even though I kind of wish I didn't have it because I want to do fun things instead of work constantly.
For me, my stress has affected my mental and physical health, which at 14 isn't something that should be happening.
She's
you know,
14.
I shouldn't have restless nights. I shouldn't be drinking coffee to stay awake.
All right, let's slow it down because
Heavy.
our audience, right, the family that watches us, we don't have a lot of teenagers, but we do have a lot of parents.
We do have teenagers though. We know
We have
they're
teens, but we don't, like, from what our stats shows, it's like the majority in the,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, like, I wouldn't, like, now that I'm thinking about it and listening to them saying that they are stressed about these different situations, it's like, you need to have a period of your life to be that person you are with the age. Like, when you're a baby and you get to crawl around and cry all day, you can't tell the baby to here. Drink some coffee, get your head up, and go,
Right.
pick your own diaper up. Like, that baby don't know these days. When you turn teenager, same there. You have to be able to have those moments where you can embrace yourself. Because when you hit your 20s, a lot of people going to tell you, I enjoyed my 20s. What about all the other ages? You didn't get to enjoy those?
Right.
Was you that stressed out of life that you had to forget everything that you were capable of being then so you could be something for later?
I don't know. I feel like, you know, your parents create that environment for you.
100%.
Your upbringing, you know, what home life is like, that weighs heavy on a child. You know, trauma, the level of trauma, whether it's a 1 or a 10, that affects your well-being and, you know, your upbringing, your mental health. So I would say I've always been a person, especially as a teenager, who cared about my future.
Yeah.
And so I created goals. I've always had 5-year plans, 1-year plan, always. And just listening to them and thinking back on my teenage years, I wasn't stressed because, like, I created my plan. I stuck to my plan. While everybody else was having fun on spring break, I was filling out applications for school. Before I went to college, the summer before I went to college, I had 2 jobs in place already. So, but I wouldn't call it stress. I would just call it, this my life plan. I know what I need to do. But
I think that's what it's about too. That last part you just said, you wouldn't call it stress. I think it's the understanding and the maturity of that, but not forgetting your abilities to still have fun in the process.
right,
It's
right.
like, I mean, that's what school sort of teaches you, to get your work done. Then you can go outside and play.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I
And
think
that's
that's
the
life.
mindset I had.
I think that's just life overall. Like when you get your work done, it's like I can even dump into the relationships. Get your money up before you go try to court a woman. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's life's teachings,
Yeah.
but you don't have to be stressed about it. I think we could take that word out of the picture so you can just be more comfortable with the motion of it, and I feel that you have to do it due to peer pressure.
Yeah, but I mean, you're speaking from an adult perspective.
I guess if we all talking to our younger selves,
Right.
in a sense.
Because again, if you don't raise the children, children are going to raise the children. Peer pressure.
Make me scared to go to school.
Oh, he really hitting them questions today. Okay.
Maybe I was going through all of it.
Due to recent events, it has crossed my mind. It is a reality for us as students, especially going to a public school, but I'm not going to worry about it 24/7 because then I'm not living.
I'm not that scared about it because my school is really small, and I don't know the motivation for someone to shoot up a school, but if you're really unhappy there, you could switch schools or just drop out.
It's not the
I think
case.
for us especially, like our school was like pretty much on lockdown. Like all the teachers started putting up like black paper on their windows, and that scared me more than the actual threats. Just talk doesn't really scare me, but it's like if the teachers start taking proactive measures and if our school is almost preparing for it, then that's what freaks me out.
I think everybody can agree that school shootings are scary. There ain't no incident where you can be like, I'm Superman in this situation. I'll be okay if it happens. It's really unpredictable.
Yeah, so it don't matter right now. It don't matter if it's a public school or a private school. We saw that. It don't matter if your school is small or big.
Yeah.
But I can honestly say when I was in school, I did not fear someone coming into the school, doing that. It was
The times has
around the
definitely
school.
changed,
Something
yeah.
happened around the school. But I would say that's just dependent on. It was because of the environment I was in. Like nobody about to come up and the teacher's gonna fight back
Yeah,
at
we
the school.
we
I
had
went to.
different threats.
Yeah.
Our threats was different. No one was like you may hear someone saying like it's carried on campus. You know what I'm saying? Like you may have that announcement and to just be on standby because they're trying to, diffuse a situation of an altercation between a student and another. But you never hear where, bro, we just got a mass text saying somebody about to turn up.
Yeah, it
Like,
wasn't
never
that. And I think because of the high school I went to, it was more of like a community. Like the community was
Facts.
involved.
Yeah.
So the whole community is gonna come up there and whip your behind.
Mm-hmm. Or they
That
gonna
wasn't
pull their
happening.
baby out of school.
That was not happening. Yeah, but
I care about my current events.
About current events.
This is like social media for some of them.
1.
I am so proud. I am so proud.
I care about it because I think a lot of things that are happening are irreversible. But it is hard being in school and being just a kid to make a difference.
Even the small things that we think might not be affecting us are eventually going to affect us if we do nothing. A lot of the times we live in our own bubble, especially because of our phones. And it's important to know what's going around the world. My family comes from Nicaragua, so that's why I learn about it. But I also learn about what's happening in other countries because I find it interesting and I would want someone else to do the same for me as well. We might not know how or why, but it is going to affect us.
I disagree a little bit with the whole in a bubble because of our phones, because I think the internet and our phones in general kind of are providing information and sources to get to us faster than before.
I agree with that, I do, but when I say that we're living in a bubble, how many of us actually look up those articles? Because most of us, we just are on Instagram.
What is happening in Nicaragua then?
Their dictator. He took away their health care and their social security. So they kind of revolted against him. And sometimes they just lock you up or kill you. There have been almost 400 people dead and thousands injured.
That's horrible. That should be a headline. Like I usually just look at all the headlines, but I had no idea.
Like, I've literally never heard anyone talk about that.
Yeah.
She's
Teenagers
14.
have more influence than previous generations. 3, 2, 1.
Look at the girls who was blowing. I don't know their names now, but look at the girls who was blowing up during the pandemic on TikTok. They were teenagers.
Okay, that's how you're looking at it? Yeah.
Mm. If you give teenagers a voice, and there are people who take great responsibility in that, imagine what they could do.
I mean, I feel like the times have not changed when it comes to the influence of teenagers. Because even back in the day, near our parents' ages, when they was selling CDs out the trunk, because, you know, for us, it's like hip-hop era, when they was doing those type of things, okay, yeah, you may blow up down the line as a you know, as you're aging, you know, like in your 30s or whatnot, but that work ethic started at one point. And you was really outside influencing everybody, trying to show them why you have a great idea, what your purpose is for, and they love you for that.
Yeah, but we was outside and we still outside, but baby, they got the internet.
And now they have the
With
internet,
9 million
right? And all it
influencers.
takes is one post for some people, right? And they just impact a whole lot of people. You know what I'm saying? Then you're following that. And then you don't got to be being followed for people to see you. You know what I'm saying? They still see you come across their page. So, again, yeah, I feel like the teenagers, I feel like they may be the one that, like, networks with the social media more
Yeah,
than any other age
I
group.
believe so. And they have millions following.
Yeah, for real.
We had a walkout a while ago when all the shootings had happened, and one of the kids actually in the grade below me organized that and organized it through social media.
Oh,
And
wow.
was like, hey everyone, we're gonna march to City Hall, like this is what we're gonna do. But I don't think that would have been possible if it was all like face-to-face contact.
I think we're more influential than we think because it's all about our mindset and what we think about our power that we have just in our phones. We can get millions of people a message out
Talk
to them.
about it.
That with all this technology, we definitely have more of a voice than previous teenager generations.
That's hard.
I understand it. And I agree with the social media stuff. Y'all know, social media is very powerful.
Very, very.
But when we talk about influence, we got to think back to what Ruby Bridges and Lil Rock 9 did.
Yeah.
Baby, what they did was monumental. You know, they influenced the whole nation. They had to be the first.
Yeah.
We couldn't attend school how we attended school had it not been for them. So, yes, we talk about social media, but we can't just say that the people before us and us wasn't doing anything. You know,
Yeah.
I can't think off the top of my head what we done when we was in school, but, yeah.
I mean, just organizing stuff, man, and like, even before social media, you know, like when newspapers were like a big thing, it was a phone call.
Yeah.
It was a phone call. It was like really, really who you knew. Like, it was real face-to-face encounters that made people inspired. It wasn't a post.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, those phone calls would really impact people across the states. And the states and who you knew was important at that time, too, because, hey, word of mouth was more powerful then compared to what social media can do. So, that's...
It was more powerful, but social media is quicker.
Yeah. At that time, it was more powerful. But for now, social media is quicker. Yeah,
at that time, I feel like we've all had a certain type of influence
Facts.
the times we were living in. But now, we couldn't connect with the people we connect with without social media, you know?
It wasn't going live back then when it was doing them speeches.
Yeah.
You had to pull up to know about it. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
interesting, bro. How,
It is.
you know what I'm saying? Again, for me, I feel like it's not much of a difference with time. I feel like it's a different approach that is
Yeah.
being given now. We have different doors we can walk through to make these things shake. Hey, all right now. Hey, A+. That was a beautiful group, man.
Yeah.
Nice group. Then let's back this one, man. Again, we got a tween, so, you know, I got to go ask him some more questions, see how you feeling. Where's headspace at?
And he be knowing stuff and we like, how did you know that?
Yeah.
You know, and he loved to research.
Yeah, and I think as long as your child is comfortable, man, it allows them to express themselves in a more manner that they can feel, respected in and approachable in. But if they're feeling sheltered and closed up, they won't have that space to be themselves.
Right, and like their voice and their opinions and perspectives don't matter.
Yeah, that's how they're going to
You
feel.
gotta build them up.
Guys, too.
Yeah. You gotta love on your children.
Hard.
Okay? Nobody gonna love on your children as much as you love on them.
100%.
And the opposite is the same too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right, y'all. So we hope you guys enjoyed this video with us. Be sure to subscribe. We'll see you soon.
Peace.